Okay, here's that deer that I found on the side of the road. This is how much meat we got out of it. So, 6.83 pounds. It's not bad. Didn't cost me any money. I was on my way to go do something anyways. All I had to do was a little bit of work. So, almost 7 pounds of my favorite meat that there is, and it was worth it. And this is how it happened. Stay tuned. So me and my wife were taking a little trip for the day, and I saw a dead deer on the side of the road. I told her, when we get back, we're going to turn around and we're going to check this deer out, see if it's any good. So here I am checking it out. I had gotten hit in the front, looked like in the head area, head, neck, front shoulder. I wanted to see if the meat was any good. The hindquarters looked like they were fine, and I figured the backstrap was. So I cut into the rear quarter, and it looked good. Got some of that skin off of there, and then I ended up cutting into the meat and giving it a good smell to make sure it smelt good. Everything smelled good, so I drug it to the pickup and threw it in and took it home. Well, actually, I did this first. Since I live in Idaho, you have to report when you are salvaging roadkill. So I went onto the website, filled out the form. It's pretty simple. You can call it in, but this was on a Saturday, so I went ahead and just did it online. And you just literally, you go through the steps, told them what it is, what I'm trying to do here, and here was the encounter. I mean, that was all there was to it. It was dead. So, attached a couple files, took a picture of the little button buck, showed it dead in the back of my truck, filled out the form, submitted it, brought it home. Okay, got the deer home, and I'm going to go ahead and get it skinned out. I think all I'm after on this one is because the hindquarter feels like it's intact, feels good. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and skin this off, and then I'll come up along the spine, and I'll take the back straps and the hindquarters, and that's what I'm hoping to get off of it. This leg here broken. This one, if you know very much about deer, you know that there's not a lot of meat there, so if there is bloodshot, I'm not going to get a lot out of it. Already have two deer in the freezer anyways, so let's go ahead and get after this. Okay, obviously this is kind of luck of the draw type stuff. I don't know exactly what I'm looking at here, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut around this right here, just like you would. Cut around that, and then bring my knife up through there. And good sharp knife goes a long ways when you're taking care of animals. All of that meat does look good. We'll see what happens as we get a little bit further into it. But I don't want to gut this thing, so I'm just going to kind of stay over just in the meat here. I probably should have slit it on the inner part of the leg, but I'm kind of going by smell here too. I don't smell anything funky smelling, so that's good. If you smell any funk, probably don't want to go ahead and continue doing what you're doing, because I'm not trying to tell people they need to eat rancid meat or anything like that. I'm fairly certain this was killed in the last 24 hours or so. So that is the only reason why I'm even attempting to salvage right now. We've already, like I said, we've already shot 2 deer this year, and we spent a lot of time on those 2 deer, so I never even had time to go out and shoot one for myself. But this is the next best thing, because I mean, honestly, for me it's about the meat, so I don't really care. So all that looks pretty good. See the color of the meat, it still looks nice and red. I'm going to go ahead and give it a smell. I don't smell any off smells there, so that's good. It needs to smell like venison smells. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and get this skinned out. Okay, here we are with that deer, little button buck that got hit by a car. Was able to salvage the back straps. This is another piece of the back strap. It was just kind of, I wanted to make sure that it didn't smell weird. Everything still smells like a deer, so. And then the 2 hindquarters, they smell fine. So I'll go ahead and I'll get all this washed up. What you want to do is just make sure that you wash it off real good. There's a lot of hair on there. You don't want to get a bite of hair later after you've cooked it up. Doesn't taste very good. So I'm going to wash it up, and then I'll go ahead and get the silver skin and everything detached. Go ahead and take it off the bone. And I'm just going to go ahead and stake it all up right now. Whatever I can get steaks out of, I will keep, and I'm not going to go ahead and make hamburger or anything out of that. We've already got that done for the other deer. This was just kind of a bonus. Not necessarily wasting anything, but we're not going to the lengths that we normally do on a deer, and that's just because, you know, this one was out there on the side of the road in the field. I don't know how long it was there. But like I said, the meat smells fine, it looks fine, so we're going to go ahead and cut it up, and maybe what I'll do is go ahead and fry up a piece of it, or throw it on the grill and just double check, make sure it's not going to taste weird, and we'll go from there. Well, some people are too good for this, but I'm not. Tastes like deer steak. Delicious. Use a little salt. Obviously you want to use precaution. Use all 5 of your senses. First thing I did when I walked up to that deer, I looked at it. Made sure there was no flies flying around, and kind of checked for signs of putrefaction of the meat. I didn't see anything. So then, skinned it, opened up a little flap there, cut down into the meat, smelt it. Didn't smell weird to me. Smelled fine. So after that, then I kind of started feeling around for how good the meat was. You know, how much damage there was. I could tell the hindquarters was fine. I knew I'd be able to get in the back straps just fine. Front is where it got hit. To me, it looked like it got hit probably on that front shoulder and the head, probably. That's what killed it. Wasn't a lot of road rash on it.
How's it taste?
Awesome.
Huh.
So then when I got it home, skinned off those portions, started cutting through the meat. It didn't feel weird, it didn't smell weird, didn't look weird. Obviously there was some stuff that I had a few worries about, so I didn't keep that meat. And, you know, like I said, in this situation, it's all free meat anyways. The animals, scavengers and stuff, they're gonna get what I didn't salvage. And I get a little bit of meat out of the deal. Yeah, we'll probably only get maybe 15 pounds if we're lucky, but that's 15 pounds of meat we didn't have. So if you enjoyed this video, check out some of our other videos, and thank you for watching Gathering Self-Sufficiency.